Hey guys, so last chapter we have already discussed about basic nutrition and the amount of calories that you will get from each gram of carbohydrate, protein and fat. Can you recall? So if you can't recall, you can always go back to the previous chapter. And we also discussed about the functions and importance of carbohydrate to our body and what are the negative consequences of not eating enough carbohydrate. So this chapter we are going to discuss further about the food source of carbohydrate, and out of so many carbohydrate food choices, which is the better one to choose for a better health. So for carbohydrate food, generally we classify them into 7 groups. The first group are grains. So grains, we have rice, we have wheat, we have corns, quinoa, oats, and any other types of grains that you can think of will fall under the first group of carbohydrate food. Second group of carbohydrate food will be starchy vegetables. So talking about vegetables, we have so many types of vegetables, right? We have leafy vegetables like bok choy, spinach, and sweet potato leaves. We have floret type like broccoli and cauliflower, and we also have starchy type of vegetables like potato, sweet potato, tapioca, yam, and pumpkin. So for floret and leafy vegetables, because they contain very minimal amount of carbohydrates, so they falls under fiber food group rather than carbohydrate. Whereas for starchy vegetables, because of the higher carbohydrate content, so we classify them under carbohydrate food, which is the second group. Whereas for third group of carbohydrate will be from beans and lentils. So we have red beans, mung beans, black beans, different types of lentils, kacang dal, and chickpeas. Next, the fourth group of carbohydrate is actually any food that is made from carbohydrate flour. For example, we have yellow noodles, bread, pastries, biscuits, roti canai that is made from wheat flour. We also have bihun, laksa noodles, and thosai that is made from rice flour. Chapati, which is made from chickpea flour, and or our favorite assorted kueh muih that is made from glutinous rice flour and tapioca flour. And if you are eating fried chicken or fried fish, which is coated by breadcrumbs, it is also considered as carbohydrate food because of the flour coating or breadcrumb coating. Okay. The fifth group of carbohydrate food will be from dairy products, for example, milk and yogurt. The sixth group will be any types of fruits, regardless it is sour, it is sweet, it is ripened or unripe, or made into juice or fresh, all contains carbohydrate. And last but not least, of course, sugar is also one of the carbohydrate group. So anything or any drinks that is made from that contains sugar, like for example, canned drinks, packet drinks, cordial, jelly, cakes, or sugar-coated biscuits or sugar-coated nuts. So all these sugar-containing food or drinks also falls under carbohydrate food group. Alright, so out of so many carbohydrate food choices, which one should you choose? Which is the better choice? So to answer this question, firstly, I am sure every one of you will agree that the last group of carbohydrate food, which is the sugar-containing food and drinks, will be the least preferred carbohydrate food to eat. Firstly, because of the high GI value. When we say high GI, it means that it will cause a sudden surge of blood sugar level, which if it happens in long term, it is going to put you at a higher risk of getting diabetes. And secondly, the problem with sugar is because it gives you empty calories. When we say empty calories, it means that it only gives you calories without any other nutrients. It is not like fruits, although it also contains sugar, but at the same time you can also get other nutrients like fiber, vitamins, and minerals from fruits. So that's the reason why when you have sweet tooth, our suggestion will always to ask you go for fruits rather than sugar, because you can get other nutrients from fruits, but you get zero nutrients from sugar and the calories are the same. Alright? So that will be the first principle of choosing the right carbohydrate food. So how about other non-sugar containing carbohydrate food? So which one should you choose? I would say to make things simple, so it is better for you to go for carbohydrate food that is as minimally processed as possible. For instance, if you're comparing between potato versus the commercial mashed potato and potato chips, of course potato will be a better choice because it contains a lot of nutrients and lesser food additives and preservatives. So if you're comparing between corns and cornflakes, of course the corns on the cob will be a better choice compared to cornflakes. If you're comparing between brown rice and white rice, definitely you need to go for brown rice because it contains a higher fiber content and also other nutrients and less processed. So end of the day, the second principle of choosing the right carbohydrate food will be try your very best to eat real food as much as possible and to minimize heavily processed carbohydrate food so that you won't burden your body with so much food additives and preservatives. Okay? And regarding the amount of carbohydrate that you should be eating, do you still remember how much you should eat? It will be your fist size. Okay? So if let's say you want to maintain your weight, you eat your fist size and it should fill the quarter of your plate. Right? Remember the quarter, half plate? If you can't recall, refer back to the previous chapter. Okay? So if you want to gain weight, you need to eat carbohydrate food that is larger than your fist size, and if you want to lose weight, you eat carbohydrate food with the amount that is smaller than your fist size. Right? So next chapter we will discuss about protein. Okay? That's all from today. Thank you very much.